Okay, welcome back to our testimonial series with Helen and Courtney. And in this one, we're talking money, which I think is on the forefront of a lot of people's minds. That I know people don't naturally think, oh, I'll go see a hypnotherapist to improve my finances. But I've seen that happen again and again. I've never really advertised that, but it just seems kind of a natural thing that unfolds for people is their finances improve, more prosperity and abundance in their life. That I've seen as I go this journey too, as I let go of the fears and the anxieties and the worries, that things work out. It almost feels magical sometimes. One of the kind of mantras that I put in the hypnosis sessions are different things like, oh, things are always working out for me. If there's a bill, it's just going to get taken care of and paid, and just different things like that. And helping people open up to what's possible, because there is so much more possible. That oftentimes, if we just go to that place of, well, it's not possible for me, then it won't be. So from wherever people are at, kind of opening up their minds. And I would say both Courtney and Helen are just really good examples. So again, where Courtney started from is she was really struggling financially. She had a lot of good skills that she was using. Like I think you had that method where you would put money aside to pay certain things, like in your envelopes, but then your husband at the time would do things like take it for drug money, so that you had a lot of opportunity to let go of the worry and actually trust and have the faith, even though there was no evidence whatsoever, that if anything, there is an abundance of contrary evidence. It's like, no, it's not going to work out. It doesn't make any sense. And I mean, really, to me, in so many ways, an inspiration to me, an example of how you prove that by feeling good, magic could unfold, things could change. So do you want to share maybe some different examples or kind of tell where you
Yeah.
started from?
So it really is magic. I was the stereotypical poor person. I was on welfare. Um, I was working 3, 4, 5 jobs. I don't even know how I had time to balance them all. And things kept working out for me. I would save money. Like, it sounds silly now, but I would rat hole $5, and that would just be my $5, and I would hide it. And I would do that every paycheck, $10, $5, just whatever I could skim. And I had accumulated over $2,000 in my little stash of money, um, that I would do, just so I could make sure my rent was paid, and I could make sure that the power stayed on. I made sure we had water, and it was a struggle for me, and I had a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety. And as I started just letting those go, things just unfolded and things worked out for me. And then I wasn't worried about paying my rent. I wasn't worried about paying the bills. I just had enough. I just made it work. And I don't know how it happened. I don't know what changed,
Well, you had
but
so many beautiful things that unfolded. Like, remember that time when your ex had taken the money for both groceries and rent, and uh, it turned out that it worked out in such a beautiful way, that you ended up, the landlord said, well, if you guys painted the house, then we'll just call it even. And you even had the desire to do more family things. So it's like it brought the kids together on a You brought the kids together
Working
on a
off the
project.
scratch of the family.
Oh, and some money came in other ways so that you had the food. You'd get different things, like people would just drop you off a box of beautiful clothes that it's like, oh, these don't fit me anymore. Would you like them? And so it's like your wardrobe expanded. You had people that just brought over wood. It's like, oh, let's give Courtney 5 or 6 cords of wood. People that came over and did things for you. So it's like, as you started to be open and
of the people that yes, the more I was open to it, the more generosity came from so many different ways. And I found myself, initially I was like, it has to come this way. I have to buy everything myself. I have to work my hands to the bones to get enough. And it was like, it very much had to come out of the East, and nothing else would happen. And then as I let go of that, I was surrounded by generosity, and I was surrounded by riches that didn't have to come from a paycheck. And it opened up me being grateful, and that I didn't have to do it myself. And it was very nice and very easy. And once again, I don't know what happened. it just happened. I just thought, okay, I want to win the lottery.
And I've said that lately. That's what I'm like, okay, what are you gonna give me next, universe?
Yeah. Well, and whether you're coming from a Christian perspective, as a man thinketh, so he becomes, or you're coming from a law of attraction perspective, or just that sense of when you're open and receptive, there's support and love and help available.
Karenism.
So I mean, because people
to receive.
People come from different ways that they understand it, and to me, it's not about having to understand it a certain way. But I work with people. It's like, well, what beliefs are going to work for you? How can we take you to that place so that you can be in that open, receptive state? And so it does. It feels like magic, where it's like this just gets taken care of and paid. Where we'll put in a session, well, the money's just going to come for the rental car, and then it does. It's amazing that good feelings, good energy always leads to good things happening and unfolding. And oh my gosh, when this woman, Courtney, is going to retire and sail around the world. I don't know if it's 6 years or sooner, but wow, and you're really young. That's crazy. That's wonderful. Crazy wonderful.
And when you have someone that's pulling in the same direction, that me and my husband, we're a team, and we work together, and we have the same goals in mind, so it makes it easy to achieve those things. And I'm hoping before 41, I'll be in the Caribbean.
Oh, that is so cool. That's amazing. Yeah, this stuff works. Following the joy, overriding those negative patterns of thought and habit. It's just mind-boggling, the changes that can take place in your life.
I think it just aligns things. It sets you up in an alignment that it's like that. It's like the dominoes, and just that once it starts going, it just keeps going, and it's amazing. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, share some of your examples and how things have been working out for you, and how the magic
they
has
just
been happening.
kind of work out. It's like, I have had problem after problem, and they just kind of fall into place. And like the rental car, I didn't know for my trip. My truck was not running well at all. I don't know why. It just started doing something really weird. And so I thought, you know what, and I didn't want it to derail my plans. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to rent a car. I don't know how I'm going to pay for it yet, but I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And throughout the next week and a half, I was just gifted money, and it came out to almost equal my rental car. And so that got paid for. And it was just, I mean, the way that things will just fall into line. I got a promotion, I got a raise, I got my son's, our spousal, the survivor benefits went through, so we were able to keep paying our bills, because that was a really big problem for us, is that suddenly I was down to one income, and we weren't sure how it was going to work. And and I have a special needs son, and so that it set the track for a lot of things that we would have to do, and it all just kind of fell into line. And
Yeah,
it
I
seems
some
like
of the
about
things I
12
think
months.
about were you got it's like you got full health benefits. You ended up.
Yes, my insurance changed. I lost my insurance when my husband passed, and I now have better insurance than I had before. And I mean, that was pretty great, because I had two broken feet, if you remember.
Yeah. And then you had the lawyer who just offered to help you with the Social
Yeah,
Security.
they said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." She was, my husband's lawyer when his mother passed, and she just, she's like, "Hey, you just give me a call, we'll take care of it." And and my debt collapsed, and someone just showed up and fixed it. And my stairs needed repaired, and someone just showed up and fixed it. And I have 2 cord of wood sitting on my porch, or in my yard, that somebody just dropped off because they thought we might need some wood, and which we did.
Oh,
And so,
cool.
I mean, it is amazing that,
Well, and
that we're
your
open
son
to it.
ended up getting a really good job and he's able to
Yes.
help you out more. And
Yeah. They moved back home so that they could be closer. And so now I have been full on involved in my granddaughter's, or my daughter-in-law's pregnancy. And it's been amazing. It's been everything I needed. And it seems like that's what I fall back to a lot, is it's everything I needed and
well,
everything that
and
I
I
wanted.
love that it's not just financial things. It
Mhm.
could be like kittens coming into your
My
life.
kittens, I got kittens.
A grandchild,
Mhm.
just
A daughter-in-law
a
that I just
daughter-in-law.
adore.
Yeah. Where they ended up moving in with you actually
Yeah.
for a while, and that's worked out really good in different ways.
Yeah,
So
it let me be a part of something that, I mean, I had accepted years ago, having sons, that, I may not get to be a part of, my, like, the pregnancy and the birth and all this other stuff. And I have now gotten to be, and
nice.
it opened everything up, and it gave me experiences that I had accepted that I wasn't probably going to get.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now I
because
have them.
it's so much more than having more money. It's like you're having a richer, more engaging and
Mhm.
joyful life. And
Abundant. My
yeah,
life is
I
abundant.
love that abundant life. Wow, beautiful. Yeah, so many wonderful stories from clients where they've it's like where you said you started from having, I didn't know you had 5 jobs. Wow. uh, to just making ends meet, survival and lots of drama and stress and struggle, to retiring before, did you say 41?
41. That's my goal.
Wow, and sailing around the world. So this stuff is amazing. Okay, thank you for joining, and join us with our next part in this testimonial series with Courtney and Helen.